In stage 50, the first thing that we need to do is disassemble the engine. Okay, so take off the parts that we did at the very beginning of the series and just put those to the side for the moment. Okay, take your main engine block and you will notice that we have a couple of the mounting manifolds. Alright, now take these manifolds and you'll notice that they will go a certain way because one of them's got a tiny little slot which you'll notice will fit into this slotted area here. So you've got a tiny rib there, okay, and you've got a cutout there, and that will slot into that position, and that one will slot into that position. Okay, now once you've done that, just test fit it, get some glue, glue those into position, and then just to double check, make sure that that looks exactly the same as it does in the following photograph. Next, I'm going to take the two manifold bases, and once again you'll notice that there's a little notch, and just test fit. And as you can see there, you'll notice the position of how that manifold base sits upright like so. So you should be able to just see that. Once again, looking at the photographs and also taking the other one. So if you can imagine that all these 6 are pointing in the upward position. So once again, test fit those. Once you're happy with those, get some glue and glue those down into position. Once that's dried, take your upper engine block left and just test fit that on the side, just noticing that you've got a small hole on the side here which will line up with this part just here. Okay, if you can just see that, and then you've also got another hole where this silver part is, as you can see here, and that will line up with this part just here, so that when you put that on there, that will then sit into position. So once you've test fitted that, fit that together with a couple of J screws. Once you've done that, take the right hand upper engine and do exactly the same, once again using the J screw and the L screw that you got supplied with this stage. Okay. Next, take one of the small nuts that came supplied and just drop that in the front, as you can see in the next picture. Once you've done that, take the engine block front that you took off earlier, place that back over the top like so, and then fix that back with the 2 screws that we took out earlier when we disassembled the engine. Next, take the engine block rear, place that back over the back, and once again fit that back into position, replacing it with the screws that we took out earlier. Okay. Once you've done that, take your 2 cam covers that you took off earlier and refit those back with the screws that you also took off. Next, take your plugs from stages 6 and 7 and just notice the positioning on where they go, and looking closely at the instructions, you'll notice that they just sit in position like so. Being very careful because there is some writing on there, making sure that you don't wipe that writing off. Once you've done that and you're happy with those, glue those down into position.